Now, the next key is just be positive. Now that you've self-reflected, you know yourself because you release the fear of the outcome. Now you're being more true to yourself, and you're doing things that make you happy. You have your tight group of people that you can hang out with. Just be positive. And that will be the only thing you need to do at this point to keep yourself on a good goal hidden, I say, pathway or yellow brick road, however you want to describe it to yourself.
Follow the yellow brick road. Staying positive relates to what we said at the beginning of the video. For every negative, there's a positive. And I try to at least acknowledge the negative, but I know that if I dwell on the negative, that it'll compromise my happiness. So I know it can be kind of a hard thing to do. At least it was for me, but it kind of became something that helped me kind of analyze the situation that's actually happening in the moment. And it goes a lot faster than you think. Because if you notice the negative of the situation, and, you know, in my case, I'm able to determine, okay, is there something that I can do to fix this at the moment? And if I can, then I do it. Boom, that's the end. If I can't, then it's like, okay, maybe I can try and just avoid this situation next time, you know, and then from that, you know, I'm able to pretty much figure out what the positive was of the situation.
As far as being positive, it was a wrestler that wrestled, I believe, for Oklahoma State a few years ago, and the dude didn't have no legs, yo, and he won the championship. I believe it was either light heavyweight or middleweight. So imagine how many bad things he went through in his life to where he could have said, I ain't going to be positive in this instance because he was born without legs or he got them removed at some point. I don't know. But he worked hard enough to where he was better than everybody in the whole United States at wrestling. For, I think it was 2 years straight the guy won. So just he had to get over some obstacles. And you don't think he was positive? To be able to become a champion with no legs in a sport like wrestling where you got to use your legs to flip people over or to get leverage? When you think you having a bad day, just think about him and then ask yourself, is the day really bad? Or should I actually be positive in this instance? So if you ever find yourself in a bad situation where you can't stay positive like we're saying, that's when you seek out the previous key, your village, or somebody that you know as a confidant or a mentor to go talk to so you can talk through your problems. And then you probably see that it wasn't even a problem anymore because we already got the first keys down pat. And you were just in yourself for some reason and not wanting to be positive at that point. But talk to somebody about it, and maybe you'll see that it's not a big issue as you thought it was.
Yeah, really, you know, don't sleep on the village. You know, I believe I kind of did that, you know, at some points in my life too. But once I really opened my eyes to see like the level of greatness that was around me, you know, I went to my friends, you know, maybe even some family members. Again, you know, a lot of the times it might depend on the situation that you feel you need to talk through. You know, just whoever you feel it is that can best help you kind of get out of that rut, you know, at least the best way that they know how. You know, there are times when if we really don't have that village or that support, you know, if we have the means to, then maybe we might need a therapist of some sort or, you know, something like that. It's just, we can't always bottle all of that stuff in because it does manifest and it grows. It's like a sickness and it could just deplete your happiness in so many ways that it's amazing. You know, because once I realized that in myself, it was like, no, I can actually change this myself. And so when you can see like the power of your words and how it releases so much off of your soul, it's just profound things happen.
Yeah, if you don't have anybody to talk to or you don't have the bread for a therapist, shit, grab your phone, record yourself saying what you think is going on in your life at the moment, and then listen to that shit and see how foolish it was to even probably think what you were thinking at the moment. Or, you know, change it around, say, damn, I don't want to sound like this no more. Mm-hmm. And to that effect.
Yeah, just like the, beginning of this video, Kayla had a poem. There's different outlets, so you don't have to write poetry.
Yeah, you write music, sure.
But yeah, you can write whatever you feel is necessary. I won't sit here and make it seem like I just keep a journal of everything, but sometimes I do write if I feel like that's the outlet that I need. I do poetry as well. It's definitely not on a consistent basis, but I do whatever feels right at the moment in the way that I feel like it needs to be released.
I talk to myself. She said I do it too much, so that's what I do.
Next key. While you're talking through your problems, pay attention. Now, this is not just limited to a conversation, because there's always inspiration around us that lets us know, how to get out of certain situations. And a lot of the times we even have that creative mind frame. We don't always realize it though, but that creative mind frame helps us figure out how to get out of certain situations on our own. So it's very, very key to pay attention. When you are actually having a conversation with a person, for me, I knew sometimes I got caught up in my feelings, and that's what we have to get past. We got to get out of our feelings, because when we don't really react based on our feelings, we're able to understand so much more of what's being said to us, kind of in the form of constructive criticism. Now, there was this quote that I heard from Bob Proctor. I know he's kind of talked about, the ways that we can be successful and stuff. And so one of the quotes that he had was, "We control our thoughts. Our thoughts control our feelings, and our feelings control our actions." Okay, so that again goes back to, if we get caught in our feelings, we're kind of reacting based on our feelings. When if we just take a moment to kind of take control of all of that, those thoughts
Embrace
we have, we may not really like what's being said to us, but if we just kind of pay attention, it's kind of, a key to what we have to change in order to get unstuck and to be happier.
That's true. I don't get bogged down like that. She say I'm in my feelings all the time, but that's because I'm trying to feel how everybody else around me is feeling, and sometimes I'm wrong, and it may be me and my own feelings at the time, but I don't agree with that. But I do listen to my wife and what she says. So, but yeah, get out of your feelings. Now that you heard a few of the keys that we think can bring happiness to you, once you've obtained that happiness because you found your own keys, or you followed our keys, and you mastered oneself to be happy, now you can go help others and make them happy. So the next key would be to go help somebody. Bring joy, and the joy that you're having, or the happiness you're having, to somebody that may not have it. Say a bum on the street, or a friend. Be the village for somebody else.
Yeah, I think for me, this is higher up. But I understand that a lot of the times what we have to do is we have to take care of ourselves before we can actually help other people. So that's the basic reason why we kind of put that down at the bottom. And, I feel like maybe a little bit differently than he feels, because in order to obtain true happiness, at least what I experienced, is you help others. That helps you get to your happiness, because it's a sense of fulfillment, like you've done something to help someone else. And that
I wanted this higher on the list, mind you.
It's a form of volunteering in any way, shape, or form. It could be whether you're a coach for, a team. It doesn't have to even involve your child. If you're going and helping at a community event, a school, what we've done personally, we've taken our kids to a food bank. We put the food boxes together. We actually did like a little assembly line in the house. We made lunches, sandwiches, and other little snacks and stuff.
Hundreds.
And we We bagged it all up and we went down to one of the areas that we knew of that was known as Tent City. And I mean, we all went as a family. Even my mom came.
Even grandma.
And we passed out lunches, to the people in the tents and stuff. We had waters and everything. So that's just kind of to give you an example. But whatever it is, you're doing it without any expectations at all. I feel like it's a sense of karma, and you reap what you sow. And when you actually give your time, and your effort to people, you get that back in ways that you can't even imagine. And that basically it increases your happiness, because you're bringing that happiness to others.
Yeah, helping people just plain and simple feels good. Like she want me to go to culinary school or all that whatnot. I just like making food for my family and seeing them smile and shit. But I guess if, since she's my other half, maybe making other people smile and with food can help too. But I prefer to do it with just the family.
Whatever makes you happy.
No, I like helping people. It makes me happy just to help people. So hopefully the keys that we use to keep ourselves in a good space and happy and feeling good about the world doesn't work for you. You can rearrange them. You can put them in different places that may work for you a little bit better. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if some of that doesn't even apply to you, then maybe you need to let that go. It's just that you do what you feel, just like I've had a lot of different things said to me, and some things resonated at certain points of my life, and other things resonated, so it was different, at later or most current parts of my life. So just do whatever feels right to you.
And subscribe. Leave your comments down below. If you have any more things that could be a essential key to our list of keys, we can add it in on another video and give a shout out to you.
Yeah, if you thought this video was helpful, leave a comment about that. If it wasn't, we want to hear about that too.
Yeah, let us know where we went wrong. We don't mind hearing the negativity because we will embrace it.
Right. And again, we want to give a shout out to Kayla. That poem was nice. Leave a comment down below, if you enjoyed it or if you didn't enjoy it. To kind of speak on that, one of the things that we wanted to do is kind of, bring people along on this ride with us.
Yoda.
Because, we're all about building community. And so, if you have some form of, music, poetry, any art,
we'll show it on there.
That's special to you. If you want that incorporated into our videos, comment down below. We'll give you a shout out and everything. Your information will pop up in the screen. We want to build success for everyone. So,
peace.
See you later.
Love and light.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Now, don't sleep on Kayla, okay? Because not only is she a poet, but she is also a mobile barber who specializes in original freehand designs. Now, she is located in the Bay Area of California, which is up north, but despite where you're at, hit her up on Instagram at Kayla Cuts, because you never know, she might be in your town.